her hand reaches over towards my face. You know what? I'm just gonna show you the clip. Look. Oh, these girls are weird.
Wow.
Damn. All right, I guess I'm weird too.
Yo, what? They both wanted me, but true. Y'all loved the last reaction we did to this. Let's go ahead and get to this first one. I ain't gonna lie.
I've been trying to be celibate for almost a year at this point. And if you don't know what it means to be celibate, the basic definition is you do not engage in physical festivities with the opposite sex. Each person's individual reason for wanting to practice this is different than the last. So when I tell you why, keep in mind that I'm speaking only for me. The reason I decided to practice celibacy was because women were very sticky. And I'll give you
Hey, Chav, you ain't know I had a little celibacy arc too last year, man. Some of the best times of my life, man. Not last year. I did. It was last year. Some of the most peaceful times of my life. It does get lonely, but it does build character, bro. I recommend everybody just have a time where you go celibate, bro.
Example. Hello?
Are you and
Nah,
Janine
you just couldn't pull. If you know me, you know this guy.
dating?
What?
I heard that you and Janine went to go see a movie with some friends, and then afterwards, you took it to your apartment, and you guys spent the entire weekend hooking up.
Okay.
Okay, so you're not gonna tell me if it's true?
This is a detail about my life. I don't ask you details about your life, so why do you care?
I'm not saying I care, I just think it's fucking weird.
Okay, well, I'm not.
You calling is saying you care. Like,
I
what?
got out of a relationship with her boyfriend, and there you are, and you
I'm
suddenly
not
just wanna
concerned
join
with
him.
whether or not you think it's weird. All I'm
Like you're
concerned.
trying to swoop in and be a hero
Listen.
or something.
All I'm concerned about is what mental state you are in to think that because you and I went on one date 6 months ago, that gives you any bearing or control over who I can and can't hang out with. Janine's going through all kinds of unfortunate shit that I'm not gonna speak on because it's not my business. She just needed a friend. But you know what? If you know about that situation with her, and your first thought is to make it about your insecurities and turn me into a villain, bro, then f you. Don't call me back. I hang up the call, and then later in the week, I'm dealing with the same for weeks at a time. So after some careful consideration, I decided that the next best move was to delete Tinder off my phone and change my number. And it definitely...
Bro, Tinder, man, I tried to get on Tinder one time in my life, bro. Back when I first graduated high school, I turned 18. I was like, let me just see what Tinder is. I feel like everybody does that. Everybody downloads Tinder as soon as they turn 18 just to like see what it is. Or they get some type of dating app, right? Started scrolling on there, realized that was not for me. Stopped it, man. I met one girl off of Tinder, bro. Never will do that again. I should probably tell that story, but never will do it again.
It really was a challenge, and I still almost failed so many times. Luckily, whenever I was about to fail, I just take a good look at the fucking people around me. When my friends are going through a breakup, of course I'll always be there for them, right? That's my job. I'll do the whole, oh, it's okay, man, she doesn't know what she's missing. But on the inside, I'm like, just thinking to myself, yo, this is fucking pathetic. You're really gonna keep crying and pissing over this girl who does not want to be in your life anymore? You think?
But everybody goes through that, though. We all go through moments where, like, you feel me? It's a girl you know you're not supposed to really be down bad over. But, like, you just can't help it. No matter what it is, you just attached to that girl. You really can't help that. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
She's out doing the same thing? You got snot coming out of your nose right now, bro. You look disgusted. But after a year of practicing celibacy, I realized something very important about the human brain. No matter how evolved you think you are, at the heart of it, you are a fucking caveman. 7 months in, I was hit with that very primal urge to do the thing. It had been a long winter of ignoring all the cave women, and this young chap could not resist any longer. Reading a book usually helps.
But like your first crack can't be like nothing like. Yo, when you have celibacy, you have to break your celibacy with somebody you actually care about. It just can't be no random girl. I remember when I was like 5 months in, bro. There was this one girl who I was like kind of talking to, and I could tell like I didn't want no relationship from her. I didn't want nothing like serious from her at all. But at the same time, like nigga, she was bad as hell, gang. Like I ain't gonna lie. All I really wanted to do was crack. But at the same time, the whole point of celibacy is to like get out of that mindset. So I ain't gonna lie, I had to ghost her, bro. I linked with her one time. I almost folded, and then I was like, yeah, I gotta ghost. When you go back into the crack and shit, you gotta do it with somebody you actually care about, bro.
in this situation, or even going for a walk alone with you and your thoughts. Hell, I even like playing VR in situations like this, but today in particular, nothing was working. I was down horrendous. Let me ask you a question. When you're on the path of trying not to do something for the betterment of yourself, but you have this long aching itch to do it, what is the average instinctively human response? For those of you that said, you place yourself as close as possible to it so you don't have to be held accountable for your own decisions, then you were right. It's like the average person that's trying to quit doing weed. They'll usually stop for a while, but eventually they'll start hanging out around people who do weed religiously, because that's the easiest way to still engage in that habit, but tell yourself it's not your fault. And admittedly, that's exactly what I was doing. Even though I lied to myself and reassured myself that I'd be able to stay strong with this whole being celibate thing, I still called up one of my friends. Yo, Andy, what's up? It's your boy. Yo, listen, are there any parties going on? Yo, man, how you like doing and stuff? No, I'm kidding. He doesn't talk like that. There's a party at my place tomorrow. You should come through. I humbly accept the invitation. Next day I come to his house around 5. So I pull up and things are normal like usual. But I look over at my boy Jordan and his face is covered in clown makeup. But neither of these dudes address it, so I'm just looking at him for the longest time until I'm like, so, anybody gonna explain that? Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. So basically, everybody's gonna be coming in costume tonight. Actually, I didn't get my costume yet. You can come with me to grab one. Adult-themed costume party, say less. Never been to one, always wanted to try it. But I like to keep my costume simple, so I found a mask that I really like and a bat covered in fake blood. I'm not usually the kind of guy to go into my inventory to pay for something, especially when I didn't plan it way ahead of time. But shit, you only live once, right? Unless reincarnation's a thing. I decided to just do the whole Purge participant look because it was simple and cost effective.
Okay,
Andy decided to do the same thing because, you know, it was simple
But like,
and cost effective.
like one rule, okay, the crazy pause. But one rule about going to a Halloween party: if you got a good face card, never wear a mask, bro, because nobody can really see your face.
Andy decided to do the same thing because, you know, it was simple and cost effective. He starts telling me about this girl who's gonna be there tonight, and I tell him, yeah, dude, I'm not even on that tonight. I'm just trying to chill. But on the inside, I'm like,
She finna pull up.
Target.
You on demon timing? She finna pull up with that. It's either she gonna pull up in the sexy cop outfit or like a sexy nurse outfit. That's how you really know who are the. That's how you can tell who the goers are at the parties.
Acquired. We get back to Andy's house, the boys are drinking and the girls are putting on their costumes. Afterwards, we take some pictures. If I can find them, I'll put them in the video. I'm gonna blur out the girls' faces using my face though. That way I can live my lifelong fantasy of being a bad bitch. After taking pictures, I'm like, oh, you know, I guess I'll grab me a beer. You know, I'm a grown-ass man. She sees me walking.
Now, once you start drinking, it's over with, gang. Once you start drinking for real, cause it starts with the beer. Then she gonna ask you to take some shots, and once you take them shots, the game is game, gang. All that celibacy shit, walk that shit down the fucking road.
It's in front of me, and she's like, hey, and I'm like, hey. Yo, when you get the chance, send me like $100. All the boys that night put on some money so that we can rent a party bus. This thing was spectacular. We're just standing in the middle of the street looking at this thing in awe. I was probably the most excited
like
for it,
vibe,
but you gotta stay nonchalant type shit. The closest I had ever come to this was a limo at prom, but this thing was way better. Everybody chooses their seats. The guys sit in the front, the girls sit in the middle, and I choose to sit at the back. I do this for one simple reason. If a girl wants to talk to you, that means she got up from where she was sitting and crossed the room of her own choice to do so. Because one thing I've learned is girls don't generally approach guys that they are not interested in, and girls aren't generally interested in guys that approach them. This taught me one thing: you're not allowed to go to the fish. You have to set out a net and just see if the fish comes to you. Although that's just my strategy. You may find something else that works. As I keep repeating to you guys, I'm not a dating coach, so we're all goofing around and everybody's chilling while the bus takes off.
Low-key game, but at the same time, if you like a girl, bro, just go up to her, bro. Like, don't really overthink that shit, bro. Like, if a girl does come up to you though, of course she wants you.
Andy screams, shots! Instantly, the whole bus just loses their collective f***ing minds. Yo, we had a good ass time. Wait, hold on, I think I have footage. Let me play it. And this is
now this man True was in a blizzard, gang. Nah, he was in a blizzard, bro.
Where things get a little crazy. I go back to my spot at the back of the bus.
He was in
Rosa
Snow
Parks.
Bunny
The girl
heaven.
that I was interested in that night joined me, target acquired, and another one of the girls. 2 for 1. The 3 of us are sitting back there talking for quite some time and everything seems normal, but I like turn my head and look out the window for a second, and when I turn back around, these girls are legitimately making out with each other.
Yo, what the fuck? Yo, what? I ain't gonna lie if I was you in this position, bro. In this little situation, gang. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. It's an opportunity that you could, you feel me, potentially get. Could get a little 2 for 1 special, I ain't gonna lie.
I was shocked, bro. It was very awkward, but had a weird hint of epicness at the same time. I didn't know what to do in this situation,
shit
so I just looked straight ahead with
crazy,
this goofy-ass look on my face. Like, oh, well, I guess she's lesbian. That's okay.
Oh, no, she came up to talk to you. She go both ways, gangy. That's the play all along. That's why they kissed in front of you. That's the play all along, gangy. I ain't gonna lie.
But wait, it gets better.
This freaked
Out
out,
of
though.
nowhere, her hand reaches over towards my face. You know what? I'm just gonna show you the clip. Look. Oh, these girls are weird.
Wow.
Damn. All right, I guess I'm weird too.
Yo, what? What the hell? Yo, what? Gang, I did not expect him to show that shit. Nigga look like KSI. Nah, bro. I told y'all though. I told y'all that was what's gonna happen, gang.
Not that I would. It doesn't matter the facial expression. Never mind. After that, I calmly lean back in my seat. Cause we gotta play this off like we're used to it.
Yeah.
But on the inside, nigga, I was glistening. So I collect myself and I look at her and I'm like, good job, guys. The bus drops us off at downtown Chicago. We mainly just walked around the city for a little bit, which was honestly a lot more fun to me than doing things like bar hopping. Afterwards, we go to the bar that they have in the upstairs area, and surprisingly enough, both of the girls still want to talk to me, so we're chatting it up in our own little corner, and I'm happy because I have absolutely no idea how the rest of the night is about to go. This is where it all goes wrong. The girl that I was interested in that night gets up and goes to the bathroom, leaving me with girl number 2. Now, as far as I was concerned, I thought both of these girls were cool as hell, so I really didn't mind being left alone with her all that much. But she hits an entire mood switch once the other girl leaves. So
she see you as comp. Oh, shit.
She starts talking, and admittedly, I'm not really paying a lot of attention. But then, I start to notice she's talking about me, and she's not saying very nice things. She's going on like, oh, the girl doesn't like you, she's not gonna have sex with you, you're making her uncomfortable, she's been uncomfortable all night,
Gang, she kissed me, she came up to me. It sound like you just trying to dirty Mac right now. Sound like you trying to dirty Mac on me. Why you mad that your girl want me, gang? She the one who kissed me. I ain't gonna lie, like what? Why you trying to hog the ball?
First thought, right? Hit her with that Chris Breezy. Because she's been totally cool up until this point. And then starts spouting things that obviously to me just sound like a lie.
Why
and then
you
I'm like,
jealous?
you know what? I'm not even gonna argue with you. I don't know if she secretly told you this at some point today, or if you're just lying to me. But one thing I did know for certain was that if she comes out of the bathroom and sees me crashing out on this girl like I want to, then she definitely won't be feeling me. So she comes out of the bathroom and this girl is still crashing out at me, but we kind of just let her give her speech. I look over at Fine Shit 1 and she's just giving me this look like, yeah, I don't know what she's talking about. So then when she finishes yelling at me, she says, oh, I'm ordering an Uber. Are you gonna come with me or not? No. But
what?
Get home safe, which I think was a very classy response. She grabs my hand and we proceed to enjoy the rest of the evening. And I didn't have any hard feelings about her. She grabs my hand and we proceed to enjoy the rest of the evening.
Nah, crazy troll face right here, man. That's exactly what I would do too. Cause like, why was she even crashing out like that, gang? Bro, you mad that this girl messing with both of us? Yo, play your role, bruh. You killed your whole chances by like being mad and weird and jealous and shit. Now she don't even want you though. Now she just chose me by default. Hey, gang.
evening. And I didn't have any hard feelings about her crashing out at me or anything. I figure maybe it was just the alcohol or something, or maybe she got really attached to the girl during the night. After that, we all walked over to the nearest Taco Bell, and man, that was just one of the most chillest and wholesome nights of my life. Alright, well maybe not completely wholesome. This is why I say she's really classy. I explained to her that I didn't really want to get too physical, and she understood and was willing to wait until I did. A lot of girls, I'm gonna be real with you, are not going to be as understanding. They're gonna try
to call you gay. Yo, the fact that she was like, okay, cool, bet, you ain't trying to do that, you good? Respect to shawty, I ain't gonna lie. A lot of girls call you gay for that. I ain't gonna lie, it's weird.
And talk you out of being celibate because they view it as a rejection of them instead of a rejection of your own lust. Moral of the story: do not be a 6'4" black guy wearing fake blood all over yourself in the middle of February.
I'm still on their head.
Yeah, it could be a lawsuit. Could be bad. Yo, W story though. I'm not gonna lie. W story. I like that, you feel me? You didn't end up folding at the end. You stayed 10 toes to your celibacy. I ain't gonna lie. That's respect. That's cool. That's tough. Too nonchalant for his own good. Nah, bro. If he don't want to crack, bro, that's good, bro. Gotta respect himself. He don't even really know girl for real, bro. You feel me? And plus, he said they ain't get physical at first. He never said he ain't breaking celibacy with her later. I don't know if y'all peeped that, man. Yeah, man. Should be crazy.